Perfect. So let me see your table now. Perfect. That's it. That's what we need. So are you ready to present now? I just explained it. You're not listening. I just explained it. That if for you to have a link, uh, okay. So if I want to link to a particular part of the page, right, I need to put the ID of that particular page in the anchor tag. Please go to your Explore data. So see the Explore data. Can you see see the anchor tag? What's there in the anchor tag? In the href for Explore data. Can you see it now? So what's there now? Sorry. Ashworth. Not there. Yeah. Explore data. What's in the href? Very good. Please let me scroll down to your planetary data. Now, can you see the ID of that section? What's in the listing? Do you understand that? You get so if you are giving something an ID, make sure that if you want to scroll down to that same place, the anchor tag reflects the same ID, but proceed with hash so that it's going to know that section wants to go to. Do you get it? Yeah. Status, I think you're next. Sorry? No. So you didn't tell me what's the problem? Your laptop is not. All right. So I'm just going to you've done it right. Let me just share it for you so that it won't take so much time. So I'm not going to share it so that you're going to see, everybody can see my screen. I think you sent it to me yesterday. All right. It's yesterday. Exactly. So here is okay, good. Okay. And contact us down here. Okay, I think basically everybody understands structuring in HTML. That's very, very good. We understand structuring, we understand structuring, we also understand how to like create our tables. We understand a lot of things right now, and I'm very, very happy and I'm very glad that we are learning. So today's class, right, we will stop that way in our last class. Display, right? Flex. Okay, so and I said today we'll be getting into creating something much more functional. So I'm going to open up my Figma design. I don't know why the network is this bad. Very bad. Still, so let's get started with a very basic design, right? I'm gonna give us lots of Figma designs that I'm gonna work on. But for now, we're gonna get started with this basic design, and then we're gonna start building from here. Okay, so we have this for now. So we're gonna be building for now. Now, the first thing that you need to know, as I've always said, is first of all, in your mind, after seeing any design at all, just picture it, think about how you're going to implement something like this. Do you understand it now? Because if you do not do that first, if you just go straight into writing code, you're going to run into problems, a lot of problems. And trust me when I say problems, because it's not something small. You're going to run into a lot of problems. So, looking at this particular page now, how many sections do you think this page has? Just this web page. How many sections do you think it has? What's the open source? Sorry? Can barely can see it. Sorry? I tried to see it. Having a day. That's why I don't like this class. But we have to manage for the moment. Basically, we can work with this. Come, let me try it. Yeah, I'm waiting actually. I'm still waiting for everybody to tell me how many, what is the what's the English again? How many sections can you see? 6. Very good. What does it say? 6. 3, 4. Nice. 3, 4, 6. No, let me say 5. 5. Very good. So 3, 4, 4. 3, 4, 5, 6. Ah, nice one. Square. Okay. Let me see if I can increase the brightness. It's better. Or it was. How about now? I see. I can see pictures. I can see the text. You can't see the text, because I cannot see the text. Now, is it better? Now, eh? Let's do that. Let's do that. Use that. Is it better now? How about now? So, control trust. Speak better. Thank you very much. Okay, so those are said 4, those are said 3, those are said 5. It depends. So where is who said 3 again? Tina, please. Let's yeah, of course. It's even fine. You can sit here. It's fine. You can sit here. And you want to come and take this space. You can also sit here. It's also fine. Anyway, but you just have to tell me how many this thing. But you are sitting here, you complete the design also. So how many? Please. Let's start with Tina. I said 3. How many sections? Like, what are the 3 sections that you have? Let me increase it to people. Everybody in case you need it also. 2. You've reduced it. Okay, 2. That's fine. Tell me the 2 sections that you have. So you are saying this is the first place. That's the program. That's the house. Up to the about up to this place. Yeah, about it in the best section. Oh, that section. Okay, that's 2. Let me have to put this place. So is this one part of this one too? Or is not part of it? Part of it. So 2 or 3. 2. Very good. Tell me please.
Let's try that session.
1.
Second one, the introduction.
Where's the problem on this one?
Yes.
Okay, 2.
The other one is the participant session.
3.
The other one is contact.
Where's contact?
Other one is contact. That one.
This one. Yes, definitely contact, but it's not that about me. Hey, I already give me a. But that's fine. 3, Abby. So 1, 2, 3. 3. No, 5.
I'm not saying that. I thought to respond that.
Okay. Well, that's you get 5 before. Who said 6? Okay.
I thought for this.
You might be right, actually. You might be very right. But tell me.
I thought for this now.
Oh, they are on their own. They can also build. They can actually. Oh, yeah, it's fine. How many now? 3. Okay. But it's 6. They are telling me the 6 is all the work. Now, 1. But the body, where is the body? Yeah. Everything here. No. The header 2. Is that part of the header? Yes. Okay, 2. And the bottom of it. Also, yeah, bottom. This one, I will see that like another section for the down. So I want give me parent tags. So you're giving me 1. You're giving me 2. Is this one part of this one? So that one, that's 3 of them. Then back 4. So back this one. I will down one. I will be like I will take that. That section. That's 5. And this other discount. 6. 5. Star. Yes. 4. 4. Right. 4. Now 3. 4. 3. What do you answer? 4. 2. Right. 4. Yeah. Understand. Good. So James, how many? Not participate. So, I said, looking at it, how many sections? Just tell me what you think. It's not, I don't take no for an answer. Just have to tell me what you think. So, looking at it, how many sections do you think the whole page is divided into? 2, 4. Same explanation, or you also have it. You have one explanation. Yeah? Okay. Everybody has tried. Both friends have said 6. Friends have said 2. Friends have said 4, 3. Everybody tried. But I'm going to tell you something. When you are creating sections, you can have 6 sections, you can have 4 sections, you can have 5 sections, you can have 3, you can have 7 in this thing, right? But the only reason why you have more than 2 is because you want to stretch yourself. The answer is 2. Now, it's not as if you cannot have 5 or you cannot have 3, just like I said. But one thing that has to be in your mind is that you need to know that, okay, I'm creating for multiple devices, mobile, tablet, desktop. Do you understand now? Now, what is going to be easier on me when I'm done creating for this desktop? You understand? So, for instance, if I'm just for mobile, how will I make my own mobile development easier from the beginning? Do you get? So, for instance, now, what you have to just do is that look at the way they do structure the fact. Sometimes when you overhaul things, see it. When I'm opening on this place, technically it's telling me that what all of this about me they are together. Can you see it? If I put my this thing on this place also, technically all of these things are also what together. Now that's basically everything about your development. The nav bar and this place can be together. And I cannot see the 3. How can it be 3? Keep the nav bar separate, put the headers together, and then put the place together. But also you can also do 2. Nav bar and header can be in the same sections. Stop splitting sections anyhow. Do you get? Then above me power be in the same section. Now that is one thing you can do about creating replicating a design like this. Now, if you make it 4, it's 100% 1, 2, 3, 4. Now looking at this, yes, might be a little bit confusing in the sense that you think these 2 are away from this page. No, they're not really away. If you look at the alignments here, some are aligned to the right, others are aligned to the left. So this is one way you can easily know how your alignment works. Do you understand it? All right. So now let us get started in writing the code. So now I'm just going to go ahead and open up a new folder. I'm going to call this let me just go to Peckedo front end. So I'm going to call this project 1. Then I'm going to open it up. Now, what are we going to be using? We're going to be using HTML, CSS. So I'm going to create my index.html. Then I'm going to create for the second part, I'm going to have style.css. So let's wait for it to create. I think there is a I'm sharing my screen version. Okay, so let us bring this up. Then I'm going to call this portfolio, let's say first project. Then in the body, now this is where it gets interesting. I told you that you have how many sections? 2, right? The first one here and the second one. Now you can go ahead and what create a section. I can say, oh, since I'm writing, I cannot say section, right? I can use section, or better still, I can just use header. But because thinking about it, the header and the nav want to put it in the same div, right? Or in the same section, you can just use what section. And in this section, I'm going to say section.hero to give me a class of what the first, and I'm going to have a nav bar. I think there is, yeah, we have the nav, and then we're going to have the header. That's how many two inside of the what section, the nav bar and the header. Then in the other section, I'm going to have section dot about. So we're going to get now this about is going to be done by you. Yes, going to be done by you. But the header, I'm going to explain how you can get it. I'm going to do it for you so that it is easier for you to go ahead and to be about yourself. So now we have gotten what we needed, which is the first two sections. The next thing is what go ahead and what start building. Now let us start with the nav bar first. How exactly do we do something like this? Now, looking at the nav bar also, the first thing I need to know is that again, you don't start building. You look at it. How many sections do you think I have in this nav bar? 2, 3, 2, 2. Suppose I mean 3, 3, 3, 3. Okay, we have 3. And what are the 3? The logo, the links, and then what? Button, download sync button. Do you understand it now? So one thing I can do is that before I even take all of these things, I will create 3 major divs in this nav again. Right? 3 major divs in the nav. Okay. Do we actually need this in the nav? I think the nav is supposed to be nav links. So we can have dot nav. Do you understand? Now this dot nav first is going to have the logo. That's going to be that logo that we have there. Second is not going to be the nav, which is going to have the nav links. Do you get it now? And then the third, let me start again so you understand. In this section, I said we have 3 major compartments. Sorry, 2 rather. We have Yes, I'm saying inside of this section, the first section that we have here, you have 2. The first is what the nav, second is what this header, isn't it? So now, what are we going to do now? This is not exactly the nav. The nav links are these ones that are here. Those are the nav links, but this can be a nav section. So why not put this in a div, and then what's in that div separate them into different sections. So I'm going to have, first of all, I'm going to say div, right? And I'm going to give it a class of what? Nav. Nav. Do you understand? Now, in this place, the first I'm going to have a div of what? Logo. Right? That's going to have the logo. The second is I'm going to have a div of what? Let's say, okay, not div. Let's use nav. Then we cannot have the nav that has the nav links inside of it. Then the last one is not going to be what? A div of button. So dot. Let's say btns. Yeah. So now, what I've just done now is that I've created. Okay. I've created the 3 things that will be inside of the what? Of that particular first div at the top. The first is going to be your logo, second is going to be your nav, then the third is going to be your button. Now let us go ahead and what? Start inputting all of these things one by one. The first has to be this logo. Now this is how you can get resources from Figma. That's why it's Figma. What is it? That's why they call it a product designing tool. Because what they do is that they design the product for you, then you cannot go ahead and what? Get whatever it is you want to get from that particular product. So, for instance, I need access to this logo now. I can download the logo into my computer and use it in my VS Code. Similarly, there's a logo here also. I can download it and use it in my VS Code now. How do you do this? I'll go ahead and make sure that I hover on it, click on it till it is the only thing selected. Let me send this link to the call. I think, is everybody on the call now? Don't worry, I'll send it on WhatsApp. I'll send it on let me send it to the WhatsApp group. Send it to the WhatsApp so that everybody has access to it. Okay, I just sent it, so you can have access to the Figma design. So now, moving on, you have to hover on it till it is the only thing selected, not just hover. Click on it, it is the only thing selected. And then if you scroll down here, you should see preview. You know what? I need everybody to open it up first. Open up your Figma design. And we're going to stop recording for now so that everybody has the time to open it up. And please do not try as much as possible to be careful with your mouse because you can move the design if you are not careful. So, for instance, see it. You can move the design if you're not careful. So be very, very careful with how you place your mouse so that you don't scatter the design.